We operate on a harsh biological timeline. The average human attention span is roughly 8 seconds. When you buy digital ads, you are paying top dollar for a window of time that closes almost immediately. This funnel chart shows how prospects interact with copy. 100% see the headline, but 90% drop off immediately, leaving only 10% to read the body. The consequence is brutal. If your headline fails, the entire budget spent on that impression is completely wasted. To solve this, most advertisers operate under a false premise. They assume their job is to manufacture desire from scratch, relying on hyper-creative or overly clever copy to force people to stop scrolling. That approach ignores the math. Mastering proven headline frameworks is the single highest return on investment in advertising. An unread ad is a non-existent ad. You see this dilemma everywhere. Brands spend tens of thousands of dollars on beautifully designed, award-winning campaigns that ultimately generate zero actual sales or leads. Advertising legends like David Ogilvy and Eugene Schwartz established a reality check for this decades ago. Their core thesis is simple. Advertising copy cannot manufacture mass desire from scratch. It can only take the hopes, fears, and needs that already exist in the market and focus them onto a specific product. This forces a fundamental trade-off. You have to choose between clarity, using direct response, benefit-driven copy, and cleverness, which relies on pattern interrupt tactics to build brand recall. We are going to decode exactly which framework fits your specific business model by deconstructing real-world ad campaigns. Success in this space is not about universal creativity. It is about matching the correct psychological trigger to the specific scenario your audience is facing. This quadrant chart maps ad styles based on consumer behavior. The vertical axis is search intent, casual to urgent. The horizontal axis is copy approach, direct benefit to pattern interrupt. We start with the transactional direct response quadrant, built for audiences with an urgent, high-intent need. Looking at this Google search result, Wix perfectly executes this framework. They skip cleverness entirely and rely on hyper-specific, authoritative statements, like the best website builder, backed by clear, utility-driven sublinks. The strategic trade-off here is severe. The transactional approach provides zero brand equity. You are forcing your business to compete purely on utility, price, and round-the-clock availability. If your audience isn't in an emergency, we move down to the positive benefit and social proof quadrant. This is designed to lower the barrier to entry for casual scrollers. Take a look at this favor Instagram ad. They execute this by leading with a powerful, positive reward word, free, and immediately resolving the offer without asking the viewer to think. Functional markets require direct solutions. Lifestyle markets require tangible rewards. In both of these sectors, clarity beats cleverness every single time. Moving across the chart, we hit the negative or loss aversion quadrant. Instead of offering a reward, this copy points out exactly how a reader can avoid a specific risk or pain point. In this LinkedIn ad, Eversource leverages changing winter temperatures to trigger a psychological need for relief and cost avoidance. The danger of this approach is brand fatigue. If you overuse negative emotions, people tune you out. To make it work, the copy must rapidly pivot from the threat to a warm, empathetic solution. Finally, we reach the riskiest quadrant of all, the pattern interrupt and anti-ad. This is reserved strictly for crowded, highly saturated markets. Look at this display ad from the dating app Hinge. Their reverse psychology approach commands the user to delete Hinge, slicing straight through digital blindness by telling the customer to abandon the product. We see a similar tactic in this Oatly bus ad, which explicitly refuses to sell to the audience in order to build a feeling of authenticity. The core trade-off of the pattern interrupt is alienation. You have to intentionally push away part of the market to build a cult following among your true demographic. Clever anti-marketing tactics only work for challenger brands in environments where standard utility copy has become invisible to the consumer. This decision tree matrix helps you align your specific business goals with the correct copywriting framework. If you are a local service provider, an emergency tech repair shop, or a utility looking to capture urgent demand, you follow the first path to the transactional framework. The strict rule for this path: use specific numbers, promise immediate relief, and drop all attempts at being clever. If you are a SaaS or e-commerce brand aiming to sell a lifestyle, you take the second path to the positive benefit framework. The rule here: lead with the word you, offer tangible rewards immediately, and A/B test your variations heavily. Finally, if you are a challenger brand attempting to disrupt a hyper-saturated, culturally established market, you take the third path. The rule for the pattern interrupt: break the fourth wall, challenge the user's intelligence, and alienate non-ideal buyers. Selecting the right path up front prevents you from wasting budget on aesthetically pleasing ads that target the entirely wrong psychological triggers. Ultimately, the attention economy operates on a single truth: ad copy cannot force a market to care about a product they don't actually need. The copywriter Vic Schwab described an ad as a flag waver stationed by a railroad track, trying to catch the attention of a speeding train. The flag doesn't generate the train's momentum, it merely signals the train to stop at your specific station. By matching the precise headline framework to your market's pre-existing desires, you ensure that your 8 seconds of attention translate into measurable business growth.